Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Vikings going up against the Packers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
A good explosive run there sets them up with a new set of downs, and every team wants to start their game with a really nice drive. 3 and out, no one wants to see that, and they were able to avoid it after that run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Both in this game, and the Packers have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy. Sir, I'll take it.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. Plan, or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck, as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go.
They'll run the option left. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. Those defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And that's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They're going to look to throw. Finding time. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on second and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's third down. And now because of the sack, it's third and goal from the 14.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with first and goal. Have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on third down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Pass interference, offense.
And a pass interference here will actually go against the offensive side of the football. Charles is a former defender. I know you can appreciate that.
Did you hear that thump when I hit the ground? I was so surprised to hear them say offense for once instead of defense.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a fourth and goal. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football as they'll take over with the ball first and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the cutback to the sideline. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 39 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And now a first down following that long gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Offense.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter, punch it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They juked him, fighting through. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Packers defense here, they're heading back out onto the field. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. 3rd down now following the run.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes.
There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 84 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand his
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers continue to roll. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Pass interference. Offense.
Maybe a little too aggressive that time, and instead of defensive pass interference, this one goes against the offense.
Watch 35. Watch 35. Here we go. What now? What? Nothing. Right here, guys.
They'll set up a throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to walk. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
52. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Come on, come on. Hut.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And to give this time to the tailback. And now the rookie's free. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw now on the final play. This will be caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver as time expires in the first half. And the Packers are pouring it on. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry you.
Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff here to his running back. cuts back left sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 73 yards. And the Packers continue to roll. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, the spin. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They come up in an offset eye. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Now the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Special teams coaches spent a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll run it here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And quickly they get to the line. Now they try the right side here. They find some open field here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. So quite the turnaround in this one from a week ago. And in the meetings, I made a faux pas of asking, hey, did he tweak something last week? Because we thought he just didn't look the same, but he's fine.
And I was so glad you asked that question. I mean, you had to take the brunt of the whole thing, and, of course, I sold you out on it. But
took one for the team.
You knew I was there with you, right? It was a legitimate question, though, because last week, we didn't see what we're seeing today. The quickness to the hole, the ability to make cuts, the good vision. We didn't see any of that. He seemed a little bit sluggish in last week's game. Not so this week. Whatever the preparation was, it's working for him. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver, 45 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. They're trailing on the scoreboard. Now, they had to watch that last drive, then they come out here. Defensively, when you played, did you like being out there defensively to start the second half or wait to drive?
I wanted to be out there right away. Come out of the locker room, get right back into the flow of the game, because sometimes when you sat around, you liked it when your offense gave you a long drive, but it made it a little bit tougher to get out on the field.
Well, it's the second drive here. We'll see how they respond. And they're going to speed things up here. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 57 yards on the ground. Great run, and you know some people question, do you take a running back as high as they took him? That helps to answer it right there.
You hear that all the time, don't you? Don't get a running back that high. You can get the same production later on in the draft. But I've always been of the opinion, when you have a guy as talented as this one, you better go get him and put him to work.
He has a chance to be elite. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers continue to roll. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So the D-line's going to spread out. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. But no second-guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Oh, boy, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. They'll look to set up his blockers. Bulldozes past him. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go. 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air. And the spot will be inside the 35. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
So, they'll set up to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Their dangerous wide receiver, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are pouring it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Single receiver. Hey, you're in
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Mike 51! Mike 51!
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
With that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know their playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it cost them 5 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And as our graphic shows, sort of back to his old form, you requested a meeting with a tight end coach this week. What came from that?
Yeah, that's not normal because we usually talk to the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. It's pretty simple stuff, but you're talking about a former tight end now coaching who's been to Pro Bowls and understood what it takes to get things done and get them done better. He's had bad games and had to bounce back. So I just asked him, what kind of advice did he give him? What do you do with him? He just said, tell him to relax. He's one of the best in the game. Let's go play. And it's worked out pretty well in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go. Now, look at 56.
And again this time to the tailback. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say, we're that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Here we go.
One receiver left, two to the right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Second down now after the pass completion. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Point after try forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
13 yards there on the pickup, and the Packers are going to have a first down.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw again. And that's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
All right, here we go. Good.
They'll look to throw again. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Here we go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
3 down.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another